Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to everybody's favorite waste of an hour. Of course, we're talking about GainerWorld Live. My name is Tim Gainer, your tour guide of fun for the next 60 minutes. Thanks so much for joining me. I certainly do appreciate it. Another week has come and gone, and so it's time for us all to kind of get together and have some fun. If this is the first time you've ever been to our little clam bake, well, what we do here is basically nothing. There's no other way to put it, really. I'll sit here and talk about certain subjects, and we have this really groovy little chat thing that's right there on the left side of your screen, your left, my right, and you can interact with people that will join us in that chat room, kind of like Gary from the Incredible Edibles band that says, yeah, let's skip the light fandango and turn cartwheels across the floor. I'm glad that I'm not the only one that understands the obscure Gary Brooker reference on that one. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, this is what we do. We kind of hang around here for an hour or so and talk amongst ourselves and bring up certain subjects. And I've got this groovy little guitar over here that I might even attempt to play. Notice I said attempt. Hey, come on. I'm a realist here, okay? But lots of things going on. If you're watching the replay of this, please, by all means, feel free to leave a comment in the comments area down below, right in that little white box that you see there. And we'll be more than glad. I will answer you. One thing that we got a lot to cover tonight. We've got a lot of Hugs news to cover. We've got a lot of music news to cover. Just all kinds of fun stuff that is going on that we really want to pass along to you, to impart to you. And if there's a subject you want to bring up, please, by all means. I know I don't really say this a lot on this show, but you are a big part of this as well. So by all means, let's if there's something you want to bring up, again, over here, bring it up. Kind of like our own Cyrus Gray did at the Hugs Unsigned Artist Showcase website radio thing that we've got going there. Replat. Damn on time, and I'm already late. Replat? What is a replat exactly? I'm not sure what that is. Damn on time, and I'm already late. Yeah, it figures. This does not surprise me at all. But anyway, here's a way for you to actually pressure Cyrus as to being on time. Be sure that right after this show, you head over to hugs@wrgg.com. That's the official Hugs site of Hugs 24/7 Radio. If you haven't heard about it yet, yes, Hugs 24/7 Radio is in fact alive and well. And by golly, by gosh, we have got, man, the things that we've got going over there. We have got a full online radio station going. And in fact, Cyrus is going to be on there right after this show at 9 Eastern, 8 Central with the Hugs Top 10 Countdown. By all means, go check him out because, well, let's face it, the kid needs a break. And what can I tell you? But yeah, he's going to be doing that. Easy Day is going to be doing the Shockwave. After that, if you are looking for the best unsigned independent artists in the world, this is the place that you want to be. Hugs 24/7 Radio, hugs@wrgg.com. The greatest music you've never heard by artists that deserve to be heard. Please, by all means, head on over there. You will not be disappointed. Also, Cyrus is saying, Heine said he's got a rash in the groin area. Maybe you want to talk about that in case you need something to think about. Yeah, no, that's a visual I didn't need. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now. It's No, thank you. I appreciate that thought, but yeah, no. Okay. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to cover. In fact, we've got this. We've got this just in. We've got a bulletin. We have a bulletin in just now to the GainerWorld International Complex. You will be interested in knowing that there will be no slapping at the Tony Awards this year. That's right. This just in. Amid the fallout, according to the New York Times, you're not going to be able to get celebrated post-slap. That's right. Who didn't see this one coming? Amid the fallout of last month's Oscar slap, producers at the upcoming Tony Awards are warning potential copycats to refrain from following suit because, as we all know, slapping at major award show is now trendy. You'll face the very consequences if you do, by golly, by gosh. I know. You're thinking to yourself, how much worse can it get? Well, it is. That's just all there is to it. This is according to Deadline and the New York Post, or the New York Times rather. There is an anti-slap advisory. It was sent out in a memo to potential ticket holders. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I really can't. The PSA reads, the Tony Award has a strict no violence policy. In the event of an incident, the perpetrator will be removed from the event immediately. Along with the discouraging slap-happy Broadway buffs. The letter also reminded potential ticket buyers of other restrictions, including it is black tie. You got to remember that. This is Broadway that we're talking about. You have to bring proof of COVID vaccination, and don't even think about scalping your tickets. They are non-transferable. So all of you that are looking to make a couple of extra bucks, if you want to make a couple extra bucks, you can't. Yeah, don't go scalping them on eBay. That's just no good. In case anybody cares anymore, the Tonys are going to be broadcast live Sunday, June 12th at Radio City Music Hall. So no slaps, no slapping. You heard me. No slapping. There will be none of this.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
You hear me? None of that. Don't you do it. Let's go to the board after all that. Let's see. Nielsen ratings just fell off the table. Well, what's Nelson doing on the table anyway? That's what I want to know. Was it Ozzy, Harriet? Was it Ricky? Was it those nasty little blonde-haired Nelson kids? You just want to take them right by the end of their nose and just like that. I can see 6 feet right off the bat that needs to be slapped too. Yeah, I can understand that. Breakout first pair of gloves. Yeah, Evening Cyrus, according to Gary, got coconut, prawns, and Alfredo. Ooh, coconut. If you got Alfredo, dude, I'll be there. I just picked up ingredients today to make my very special chicken Alfredo that I'm very proud of. You tease. I'm looking at McNuggets. Nothing but the best for our Cyrus before he goes on the air. Don't talk about Ricky like that. No, have to, dude. Have to. Sorry. He'd rather drive a truck. You know what I'm saying? Mike Stem said, don't talk about Ricky. Not even your grandma. That's right. You can't even slap your mama. That's right. Mike Stem joining us in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Blame it on Mickley? Blame it on Mikey? Hey, well, we always blame everything on Mike. So, it really doesn't matter. We don't care. That's just kind of how it is. Mike just kind of walks in. He's got that whole scapegoat thing going, but that's okay. We love him anyway. There we go. 10 minutes in, and already we're already running off the rails. Speaking of running off the rails, I do need to bring this up. And the reason I need to bring this up is merely due to the fact that I've been talking the last couple of weeks about my subscriber count. And the reason I've been talking about my subscriber count is due to the fact that I have since we started this, a couple of years ago. I've always had just this weird egotistical thing that says, "Hey, let's get up to 100 subscribers." And then, it's a plateau. It doesn't mean anything in YouTube land. Okay? It does not mean anything. Trust me when I tell you that. But 100 subscribers to me is just like a personal plateau. Soothes the ego, gets the job done. Right before I sign on this evening, I find out that I'm at 99 subscribers. I am not joking about this. If you don't believe me, go look right down there. Right down there. Okay? Yeah, 99. So, yeah, I need one more, you guys. If you're new, come on. It doesn't hurt. Okay? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, hitting the notification bell is a great way, I found out in YouTube land, of letting other people know that the show is on. And they can come by and watch it. So, if you could help me out with that, that'd be a whole lot of fun. If we need subscribers, I can get Heine involved. He's on the phone. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a terrifying concept all in itself. To know that Cyrus Gray and Heine Bach, that Professor Heine Bach of the Sweetwater Pine Tree Academy of Musicology, are consulting on the phone together, to me is just one of the most terrifying This can only lead to no good. Let me put it to you that way. It can just lead to no good. So you got that going for you. And also, speaking of hugs, let's talk about this for a minute. I just found out it's 102 days. The phone police are soon to show up. Not just the phone police, dude. You'll see a couple of suited guys from the FCC come along and start slapping you guys. We are all of 102 days from the time of this particular broadcast to the Peace Valley Music Festival presenting Hugs Fest 2022. Now, if you haven't heard about this, indeed, where the heck have you been? All the cool kids are talking about this. And I suggest you talk about it too and make plans right now. August 11th through the 14th. This is going to be going on at the Peace Valley Music Grounds in Shelton, Washington. This is outside of Olympia, Washington in Puget Sound. It's a beautiful part of the country. And this is going to be 4 days of the best unsigned independent artists that you can possibly think of that are going to be converging on this. Now, that's the cool part. There is a cooler part. And the cooler part is that this show is not just going to be great music, but it's also going to be a great benefit because proceeds from this show are going to benefit the Schweitzer Strong Foundation for victims of traumatic brain injury, which is a subject that is near and dear to my heart. And I am proud to say that I'm going to be a part of it. We have got, it's going to be a family-oriented event. There's a supervised area for kids. There's going to be activities, snow cones, cotton candy. Somebody said we lost the air show guys this year. Well, hey, we couldn't get the Blue Angels in, but that's okay. We'll get a bunch of teenagers with paper airplanes. That'll help out. He's still coming in skydiving with the American flag to start the festival. There you go. That's a good idea. It's going to be, we've got over 20 bands. I'm going to be there. Other people that have already confirmed that they're going to be there as well. Yigga Digga is going to be there. Jerry Gaff is going to be there. Megan Paulette is going to be there. Craig Meekum says he's going to be there. There's a lot of other local bands in the Washington area that are going to be there. You cannot help but love this show. Apparently, and I just got this in while I'm talking to you guys, we're up to 30 bands. 30 bands over the course of 4 days. People, it does not get any better than this. And again, all proceeds are going. We've got proceeds going to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation for victims of traumatic brain injury. We're going to be announcing ticket locations, pricing, packaging, and all that other good fun stuff. We're gonna be talking about that in the coming days. But do yourself a favor, carve out the vacation time now and come join us, because this is going to be a show like no other. We've been talking the last couple of years. We want to do this. Unfortunately, that nasty little bug that's been running around stopped us from this for a couple of years. We got close to it last year, and we're definitely blowing it off this year. Taylor Road is trying to see if they can swing it. All right, that sounds like a plan. Nothing wrong with that. We've got all kinds of people that are lining up for this. And some of them, I'm going to tell you, they may be unsigned artists, but there's some pretty big names. I ain't going to lie to you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be all kinds of fun. So please join us for this. By all means, join us for this. August 11th through the 14th, the Peace Valley Barefoot Festival presenting Hugs Fest 2022 at the Peace Valley Farm Grounds in Shelton, Washington. Keep listening, keep checking in on this show. Keep checking in on Hugs 24/7 Radio. Go to our website at Hugs at WRGG, whose name is going to be changed very soon, by the way. I have it on good authority. So definitely, check us out, and we'll give you all the updates that you need to know about this thing. August 11th through the 14th. The Peace Valley, and I love that name. I have to tell you straight off, the Peace Valley Barefoot Festival. That is just such a cool sounding name. Okay, it kind of brings me back to the whole Woodstock vibe, which I really hope ends up like that, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Taylor Road, yeah, Incredible Edibles, I understand, are also going to be there, which is going to be a lot of fun. Also, I think I can say this, Gary, that the Edibles and this here Gainer, we may have a little surprise for everybody. I'm not saying what, but you never know. Things can happen at festivals. You leave your stinking shoes. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. What's wrong with you? If you hear a humming, by the way, wafting through the microphone system, the sound system of the GainerWorld International Complex here, actually, today's the first day that we actually were able to turn the air conditioning on in the GainerWorld complex. Yes. Remember that? Remember way back when? Remember last year when we had to go through the 3-month ordeal of not having air conditioning in this new place, and it turned out to be one of the hottest summers of the year? Yeah, remember that? Yeah. We get to turn it on today, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. A dishwasher. What? I don't understand what's happening anymore. I don't understand anything. Oh, my goodness. Dishwasher, toilet paper. I hope there'll be enough there. I would think. Why? I'd like to buy a vial. Yeah, me too. Well, while you're doing that, let me pull this out, because I have not done this in a while. That is to say, I haven't played this song in a while. This, strangely enough, I was looking, if you're one for independent music sites, there's one site, ooh, Gary, yeah. Yeah, I'd heard about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But no, what I am going to play is one that I was on a site, an independent site, Drupal, the other day, and somehow this song that is off my first album creeped back into the folk charts for a little while, and people are starting to show an interest in it again. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that a lot because this is pretty much my my signature song. I've carried this song with me since I was 14. And I have played it in just about every single show I've ever done. So I want to do this now. I don't know if I have done this on this show, so I don't know. While walking slowly down upon my lonely road one day, the dust did bite my eyes, and I could not find my way. My destination faintly gleaming far beyond my weary eyes. I continued on my pilgrimage to paradise. I continued on my journey to a place I'd never seen, with no assurance that it would be there, save a glimmer in the night that flashed and flitted pitifully among my waking dreams. I moved on my painful pilgrimage to paradise. I met travelers along the way who could no longer stand. I offered them refreshment and stretched out a willing hand. Not that they would not, or they could not, they just did not understand how painful was my pilgrimage to paradise. Now my own feet, they are bleeding, and my tongue is parched and dry. I called to a fellow traveler, but he would not heed my cry. Did I run too far ahead, or did I lag too far behind? Along my painful pilgrimage to paradise. Now some people, they feed off pastures where the milk and honey flow. I have no such illusions of the place I want to go, but with bleeding blisters on my feet, no friendly shade in sight, is it worth the painful pilgrimage to paradise? One of the first songs I ever learned how to play on a guitar when I was but a mere lad. When I was but a mere waif. Struggling in the world of rock and roll and drugs and all that fun stuff. Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate that. Time to call in Audible. He said, oh, snap. Amu City Games has popped in. Holy love of God, what a fitting title for your stream in reference to my day. Oh, wow. Do I want to get in on this? Do I want to be part of this, Amu City? I'm just asking myself. My life is a lie. The person I thought... Wow, dude. The person I thought was my biological father is not my biological father. For reference, I'm grown up thinking I was half Hispanic. I'm so freaking European, I'm going to have to start paying reparations. I don't know, with a name like Cordova, come on, man. You know? You got to have a little bit of Chico in you, man. You know you got to do that. But thank you very much. Everybody applauding, thank you very much. An amen is in line. And yeah. Well, usually we do go by winging a prayer on this show. So anyway, that's what's going on here. So anyway, okay. We'll let that one go for now. Hey, speaking of letting things go, I got this in today, and this will give you an idea of how old we're all getting. I'm not gonna mess with you on this one. You know, we talk about a lot of things. We joke about Tim's age a lot on this show, and I'm well aware of this. Tell us a joke. Oh, here we go. You really don't want that, Cyrus. You really don't want that. It's an easy target. Yeah. Yeah, it is an easy target. I am well aware of this. Okay. Our occasional guest co-host who's actually in town but still refuses to show up to the office, Chris King, is online. He says he has a joke. And we will get to that eventually, I'm sure. But in any rate, anyway, the glasses are coming out because something has come up that, yeah, this is how old we're all getting. This came through from the Chicago Sun-Times the other day, and I could not believe this when I read this, but there is going to be another tour this summer. It is a farewell tour. And we will tell you who that is in just a second as soon as we find out from Chris. On second thoughts, cancel that. I can't. There is a farewell tour. We have a band that is actually saying goodbye to the road and calling it a day. They will roam from coast to coast. That's right. I'm talking about those lovable mutants from Athens, Georgia. The B-52s are calling it a career. Believe it or not, this really took me. This one took me by surprise. I got to tell you. Fred Schneider, of course. You know, everybody knows Fred Schneider. I wish I had that Simpsons clip, that Family Guy clip. I really do. But anyway, while the gang talks amongst themselves. Fred Schneider said, "No one likes to throw a party more than we do." Okay, I'll stop, I promise. But after almost half a century on the road, it's time for one last blowout. Of course, if you don't remember the B-52s, how can you not? One of the most influential bands of the 80s. Rock Lobster, Mesopotamia, of course, the two big hits that they had, Love Shack, Rome. They actually did the soundtrack for the Flintstones movie, that god-awful piece of cinematic crap. Their farewell tour is going to hit 10 cities across the U.S. They're kicking off on August 22nd in Seattle, and they're going to be wrapping it up in Atlanta at the Fox Theater on November 11th. Additional stops include Boston, New York, Las Vegas, L.A., San Francisco, and Washington. And they're actually coming here to Chicago on October 7th at the Chicago Theater. Supporting the band, they've got two alternating, and I think this is a very cool idea. They have two alternating bands that are going to be opening for them. Get ready for this. Opening for the B-52s is either going to be the Tubes. Yes, Fee-Way Bill is still a thing. Or Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hey, look, you can't have everything, okay? Kate Pearson said in a statement, and again, this is a quote from the Sun-Times, "Who knew that what started as a way to have some fun and play music for our friends at house parties in Athens in 1977 would evolve into over 45 years of making music and touring the world? It's been cosmic." There's also a documentary on them that's going to be put out, I believe, sometime next year. It's directed by Craig Johnson and produced, believe it or not, by Fred Armisen. Yes, that Fred Armisen from Saturday Night Live fame. So yeah, B-52's calling it a career. Wow. Man, and that's a shame because they are so much fun in concert. They are just an absolute blast. So if you can, go see them this one last time. You will not be disappointed. And yes, Cindy Adams will be with them. Let's see here. What is going on? And hey, what's up, everybody? Says Chris. Hey, Chris, what's up? Don't forget Cosmic Things, Strobe Light, Private Idaho. The all great albums, all great tracks. Schedule it for Hugs Fest. No, I don't think so. Yeah, they kind of fall out of the boundary on that one, Cyrus. Sorry. Tim is talking about music from the 80s, the same 80s that he talks crap about. I don't want to talk crap about the 80s. No. I talk crap about disco. That's the 70s. Different thing. Let's see. I guess I'll get tickets for that too. For the B-52s? Yeah, you should. Hugsfest, definitely. That's because he got hit in the head at a Ramones concert. It wasn't the Ramones. It was Black Flag. Okay? Let's get it together here. Disco still sucks. Yes, thank you, Gary. I'm glad I'm not the only person that believes in that. Yeah. So definitely. So go get your tickets for that. Tickets will be going on sale for that really soon. And anything else that's going on. And yeah, if there's something that you guys want to talk about, by all means. I can tell that the chat room is definitely blowing up tonight, and that's a good thing. We like that. If you're watching the replay for the show, leave comments down below. We'll be more than glad to answer you. I have no problem with that. Let's see. Yes, everybody agrees that there was one good thing about the disco era. It ended. Heine is still waiting. Heine is still waiting for what? I mean, if I don't know what it is he's waiting for. Is he waiting for lunch? Is he waiting for a bus? What exactly is going on over there? That's what I want to know. Hey, you shush. I like disco. Dude, there's no accounting for taste. I'm just saying, I know that you were down with, the groovy leather pants and, don't get me started. Nobody said I have good taste. The rash. Yes, definitely the rash. Oh, those nights at Studio 54, I tell you what, it's been a different world, hasn't it? I still have my leisure suit. No, I do not have my leisure suit. But remind me to tell you one time about the Miami Vice suit that I had back in '86. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to talk about a guy that was styling and profiling. In platform shoes. Never did platform. No, I take that back. I didn't do like the heavy platform shoes, not like, the 3-inch heels or, the 3-inch soles or anything like that. They were more like, pardon me, they were more like a 3/4 inch or something like that. Because, fear of heights. Let me see. Mike is asking, for those who cannot see the screen, you actually expect me to believe you guys never owned a pair of satin shorts and roller skates? Sorry, Mike. The hair was too long, the bell bottoms were too wide, and the brain was far too fried. No. Not happening. Video killed the radio star, but disco killed the Bee Gees. I will agree with that completely. And the reason that I say that is because I am a huge fan of the Bee Gees' early stuff. Their early works between like Holiday and, and like Run to Me, that area with Run to Me and, How Do You Mend a Broken Heart and everything like that. That was, to me, their great period when they were just prolific songwriters. And then all of a sudden, somebody stepped on Barry's gonads one day and he decided to sing 4 octaves above any vocal range that dogs can hear. I don't know why. Chris is saying, and let me read this off real quick because it looks a little daunting. Okay, a few things. Yes, B-52s too. I have tickets for Duran Duran in August. Cool. I wouldn't mind seeing Duran Duran. Simon Le Bon's a hell of a guitarist. Disco did not suck. People that said disco sucks, people that say that disco sucked, suck. I will proudly wear that mantle. Proudly. Remind me to tell you guys the story of when I was in Fort Gordon, Georgia, the day of disco demolition. Let's see. Disco did extend into the early 80s and evolved into pop. Disco evolved into new wave, which joined forces with punk, which joined forces with synth pop, which caused the pop of the 80s. So I will give you that much. It was a main ingredient of it. And that much I will agree with. The brown sugar cube is no good. Yeah, the brown acid's no good, people. Save for a few iconic bands, totally sucked. True. I thought I heard the Bee Gees in my garden. It was just some chives talking. Gary, we're going to have to sedate you. I'm sorry, that's just all there is to it. Here's some random trivia from Amu City, by the way. Penn Jillette patented a hydrostimulator for hot tubs, which is used for making hot tubs much more fun for females. The idea came while hot tubbing with Debbie Harry. Yeah. There's so many ways that we could take that joke. There's so many ways we could take that statement. Let's see. Cyrus just said about the Bee Gees, they were talking about staying alive. Yeah. Well, personally, I blame it on the nights on Broadway. But that's just me. Yeah, I did want to go there, but somebody did it for me. So thank you very much. No, seriously, I was a big fan of the Bee Gees' early stuff. In fact, one of my all-time favorite albums is Atco's release of the Bee Gees' Greatest Hits, Volume 1, which, God, what isn't on there? That's just a great album. Spicks and Specks, I Started a Joke, 1st of May, Gotta Get a Message to You. It's just, To Love Somebody, just an amazing album. An amazing album. And I'm proud to say I have that. All of a sudden you became an altar boy. I like Debbie, not Harry. Gary, wasn't she in town? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're about. I love it when the people in the chat room attempt to send the show off the rails. Speaking of music, and I really wasn't going to bring this up because I didn't think it was this big of a story, but then I read into it a little bit more, and saw a Russian Bee Gees cover band. They were the KBGBs. But didn't they play at CBGBs? Just asking for a friend. I want to take a minute out to recognize the latest happening in one of the people. Some people will call him a musical legend. Judging by what I'm seeing, a lot of people believe him to be a genius. A lot of people believe that he is the voice of a generation. Of course, I am talking about Rosalind's favorite son, Kanye West. Yes, that's right. Yeezy's back in the news. No, he's not harassing Kim anymore this week. But stay tuned on that. But now, if Michael Jackson joined the band, would they become the Hee Hee Bee Gees? And if he got stung, would he be part of the heebie-jeebies? Just asking. Apparently, Ye's label, UMG, Universal Music Group, you remember them, don't you? Yeah, the ones that burned 500,000 master recordings. Yeah, those guys. They're being sued. Remember back in 2010, and Kanye did a terrific song. One of my favorite songs from him, to really be honest with you. And yes, it is for the obvious reason. The song was called Power. He did it in 2010. He spliced the chorus of one of my all-time favorite tracks, 21st Century Schizoid Man by King Crimson. He used that hook and did it brilliantly, by the way. I thought it was a great track. Amu City says it's a great track, and yeah, I thought so too. And Cyrus is saying, I got this thing I got to do. Life is hell. Catch you on the flip side. Cyrus, we'll be catching you right after the show. Hugs at WRGG. Hugs 24/7 Radio. But yeah, so the story for this goes that Kanye wanted to do this song live on the BET Awards in 2010, but didn't have the proper licensing for it. So, actually, Robert Fripp, who you see pictured there on your right, who is the leader and founder of King Crimson, actually stepped in himself to negotiate the licensing for this particular song. And Kanye was able to use it and record it. And, pardon me, we all know what happened there. It turned into a great big hit for him. Well, sir, turns out that Universal people that burned all of the original master recordings of just about every single artist since the beginning of time. Remember those guys? Yeah. Well, it turns out that the holder of the rights to 21st Century Schizoid Man, Declan Colgan Music, is claiming that UMG is not abiding by the agreed upon streaming royalty rate that was negotiated back then. And as a result of this, they are suing because now they're also saying that they didn't clear for streaming, so they're not getting any of the royalties for streaming for like YouTube videos and things like that. According to DCM's lawyers, the rate UMG are paying for streams is insufficient unless what they would be making from CD sales which of course are less prevalent today, according to Revolver magazine, than they were when the contract was drawn up in 2010. According to the lawsuit, DCM claims that UMG has failed and continues to fail to comply with its royalty accounting obligations in respect of one mode of exploitation, namely making the availability of the power recording to consumers through so-called streaming services. Robert Fripp has commented on this, saying that, quote, there is a longer story to be told and likely to astound innocents and decent ordinary people who believe that one is paid equitably for their work and on the appointed payday. And any of us who have ever been in the music, any of us who has ever been in the music industry knows just how true a statement that is. Once again, UMG, where their motto should be, very simply put, we're Universal Music, screw you and your music. And yes, I said that in public, because when you are so incredibly stupid that not only do you not pay your artists until you are sued, but you store tapes in a warehouse that can be burned, master tapes of timeless recordings, then we'll see what happens with this. I really want to kind of keep an eye on this because, well, it's UMG. It's another great example of the recording conspiracy and the fact that they're out. There's no polite way to put this. If you sign with a major label, you immediately go into debt, and as Fripp once said, you have a better chance of being a plumber, of making money, because the recording conspiracy simply does not care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your music. They don't care about your art. They care about exploiting you and making money off of you. I have said it before. There was a time when the record company worked for the artist. They worked on behalf of the artist to see that the artist's music was presented to the world, was properly presented to the world on a mass scale, and they were properly compensated. These days, the artist works for the record company. They are paid a mere pittance. In fact, I was talking to Cyrus earlier today about one of the streaming services, a great streaming service called Tidal, Tidal, which apparently their way of compensating the artist kind of goes around that of the recording labels and will pay the artist directly. Unlike other streaming services, I'm looking at you, Spotify, where, and I can honestly say this, I got my royalty statement last week, and my royalty statement has all of the combined royalties from Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, all these guys. I might be able to get a quarter pounder with cheese. And that's after 3 years. No, I'm not making this up. No, I'm not exaggerating. I'll be glad to show you the statement if you don't believe me. So the fact that that UMG, burn baby burn, does this to their artists does not surprise me at all. And it's not the first time, by the way. So we'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, let me do one more that I would like to do. I was thinking about this one today. This one just kind of came up. And I thought, wow, I haven't played this in a long time. And in order to play this, I need to enlist the help of our friend, Mr. Capo. So let me do this real quick. I know. He's getting technical now. Hard to see where this is going to go. What did you do? Oh, geez, what have I done? What have you done, Chris? This scares me when I see that, especially from you. Pied Piper. Man, you guys are coming out with some great songs. I have to admit. No, I'm going to do this. It's from the second album. Been a long, long night, and everything turned out alright. Even say what I'm thinking, little girl. You tell me that you knew. I don't think you understand. Talk like this again, 'cause we're a one-night stand. So please don't ask my pardon, I won't ask for yours. Can only say thank you, girl, as I'm walking out your door. And it's a hard sight that's a showing in the morning light. I guess you gotta see what I've been, little girl. Tell me you're home, your bed's already nice. Must be time for me to leave. I see you're already dressed. So please don't ask my pardon, I won't ask for yours. Can only say thank you, girl, as I'm walking out your door. It's a fine, fine night, and everything worked out alright. Even though you didn't know it, little girl. You tell me that you knew, but I don't think you understand. Never talk like this again, 'cause you're a one-night stand. We'll never talk like this again, 'cause I'm a one-night stand. We'll never talk like this again, 'cause we're a one-night stand. Haven't played that in a long time. As you can tell. Hey, I'm a realist. I know what's going on here. Let's see. Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what does it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Sweet Caroline. Oh my God. How many songs can I come up with for that strum pattern? Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Yeah, I can understand that. But how many of them use the 5-string method? Just throwing it out there. I don't know if too many that do. That one. Just saying. As we went into the closing minutes of the show. And again, please, by all means, as soon as we are done here, I need you to rush quick like a bunny over to hugs@wrgg.com and click on the listen link to Hugs 24/7 Radio. Cyrus Gray will be counting down the top 10, the Hugs Top 10 countdown, the top 10 tracks from the Hugs Top 200. Yes, we do have a chart of the best unsigned independent artists in the country. Take that, UMG. Yes. The roof is on fire. No, I'm not bitter. Why do you ask? I'm sorry. That's a subject that's very near and dear to my heart. And every time I hear about that fine organization, who, by the way, when they burned the 500,000 master recordings, covered it up for 10 years. Didn't tell anybody. Said it wasn't important because they'd already converted everything to digital. Yeah. Recordings from people like Bing Crosby, Sammy Davis, Tupac, Coco Taylor, Etta James, Cannonball Adderley. Should I go on? No, I'm not bitter. My heart's on fire. No, stop it. Stop it. Elvira? Really? Elvira's more of a chugging kind of a thing. How do I know that, you ask? When I was in radio, I used to have to play that doggone pile of cow swallop. And I wasn't real happy about it either. I don't mind telling you. No, I've got nothing against the Oak Ridge Boys. Flowers on the Wall. I grew up listening to Flowers on the Wall. So I do have kind of a sweet spot for them. It's got that galloping strum pattern too. Let's see, what else? Okay, so Gary's heading off to Hugsland. Okay, no problem. I gave you an hour. Yes, you did. Thank you, Gary. I do appreciate it, dude. And we'll all meet you over there as we wrap this up here in the next minute or so. But yeah, it does have that kind of a galloping thing. But then a good number of songs, do. If you listen to Nielsen's "Everybody's Talking," it's at a faster pace. It's at a more rolling level, at a faster pace. So, it's all relative. Not a problem. I understand. But, yeah. So it's getting about time that we get out of here anyway. And like I said, hugs@wrgg.com. The Hugs Top 10 Countdown is going on right now. Click on Hugs 24/7 Radio. We'll definitely appreciate that. Thank you for watching this for the last half hour. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wear the damn mask. Get the damn shot. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost there. Everything goes back to Canon and D by Paca Bell. Stop it, Michael. Just stop it. Anyway, have a great week. We'll definitely be back here next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. One more subscriber, you guys. That's all I need. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. In other words, if you like it, hey, you know what to do. We'll see you next week. We out. Boys!